And so it was that I found myself walking barefoot along the mother road through the promised lands. I hadn't eaten in a week. I was dehydrated and close to death's door when a vast and terrifying figure appeared before me. This was Bituman.
Motherfucking shit, dude!
Nice.
Ay, Dios mío.
The black top melted beneath his feet. He towered over me, blocking out the stars. His breath stank of tarmac and engine oil. I thought I was dead. But his noxious breath nourished me. His molten gaze eased all my pains, and when he spoke, in a voice of thunder and fire, I fell into a dreamless sleep. When I woke up, I was with the Horned Riders. They called me a prophet, they fed and clothed me, and gave me shelter. From them, I learned the mysterious ways of the 100 routes, and by, I earned my own ride. Which is when I decided to skedaddle and look for answers to all my questions. Who am I? Where did I come from? Why did the asphalt god save me? And who was the girl who took care of me when I was a lost child in an unfamiliar place? Which brings us back here, to this place, and to the end of my story, for now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Wow.
Good show. Any of it true?
I tell no lies, no. Do you guys sleep outside?
I do. Well, I mean, last night I did. They all sleep on the bus.
I love sleeping outside, unless it's raining.
What do you do if it's raining?
I still sleep outside. I just get very wet.
You're weird.
Thank you.
Hey, how do you feel?
Oh, I don't believe I've ever been asked that question before. I think my answer is normal. I feel normal. By that, I don't mean the same as before. I mean that I feel, and that feels normal.
What do you remember from before the reboot?
I like to think of it as a rebirth, and I remember everything. Well, everything from before they shut me down and after I woke up in La Torre. There's a gap in the middle. But I want to reassure you, Pax, there's no other hidden me. This is it. All of me. And more. I'm finally alive. I don't know if I have the words to describe it.
You and Eli go way back.
I was his caretaker. But I'm not sure I should speak to him about it. It might be upsetting to be reminded of an unpleasant time in his life. Eli was always so full of life and optimism, despite the grim circumstances. It appears he hasn't changed one bit.
What did they do to the kids in that place?
The caretaker units were teachers and counselors. Our job was to care and provide for the children. We had no insight into what went on behind closed doors. I knew that the children were taken into what they called the Whispering Room. But for what reason, I can't tell you. That's why I went into the room myself when I returned. I wanted to see, to understand.
So, your rebirth, what happened to you in that room?
I came home to retrieve my memories and reboot my original program so that I could care for the children again. I did not plan to enter the Forbidden Room, but I wanted to understand. And so I walked into the Whispering Room and turned on the machines. It was perhaps an act of rebellion against those who built me. I heard the voices, the whispers, and then I blacked out. I think that's the best word for it. Some time passed, and then you found me. And then I was awake. I still hear the whispers in my head. I don't think they're going away, and I think that's okay.
How did you end up working for Luna?
When they decommissioned me, I lost myself. If I had to guess, my body ended up on the black market. When I woke up a few years later in La Torre, I'd been wiped clean. They removed my memories and programming, but not my full backup. When I came home, I was able to retrieve everything, up until the moment of my demise. Those years in between are gone forever. And how I came to be in Pacifica with Luna, I'll never know.
What about Eli's O? Do you remember her?
She wasn't one of my children. There were over a dozen caretakers. I was responsible for the younger boys. I often saw her with Eli, but I know nothing about the girl. We were programmed to only care for our wards, no one else. If that sounds cruel, perhaps it was. But I believe we brought comfort to the children, even if we could do nothing else for them.
Anyway,
Pax, you appear to be more comfortable around me now than you were before. Can I ask why that is? Whatever the reason, I'm happy we have a chance to start over.
I prefer your new personality and voice.
I understand. The caretaker protocol was designed to convey an air of approachability. Yes, that explains it. I thought it may have been something else, but it makes sense. Hi, Pax.
What's cooking, Doc?
Nothing special, I'm afraid. We have potatoes and vegetables from your mother's commune, but I haven't been able to restock on anything else. As part of my caretaker protocol, I have the ability to taste food and judge flavor and nutritional values, but I can't tell whether something is good or not.
What's that you're reading?
Letter. Did you need something, Pax?
What should we do about the young man? He's making friends already. It's not like we can't spare a seat on the bus, but I don't want to make this call on my own.
We should bring Eli on board. He's a good fighter. The robot knows him. He gets on with Ziggy, and he's a normal.
Sounds like your mind's made up. You know him better than I do. Although, how well can you know him after just a few hours?
Well enough to vouch for him.
Okay. I trust your judgment on this.
Thoughts about what Eli told us? About the school, about the experiments on kids?
I'd love to believe it's not true. Just so I don't have to imagine what those kids went through. But between the bunker, Eli's testimony, and the caretaker's existence, there's not much room for doubt. And there have been rumors. The Puritans certainly believed it was true. That justice had the capability to make new anomals. Now we have living proof. Along with a robot who can corroborate everything. It's a lot. And it's valuable data to bring to Nova Scotia.
You spoke with the caretaker?
To learn whatever I could about the school and what went on there. She didn't know much. But enough to support Eli's story, and she seems personable and dependable. Hopefully more so than the previous iteration. Sorry for brushing off your concerns about having a robot driver. It turns out you were right.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, boss.
So
Am I interrupting?
actually, we're
Not at
talking.
all. I wanted to talk to you. You kicked ass today, Pax. I'm really happy I met you. Also, you, of course. Both of you. All of you.
Of course.
We all kick butt out there.
I'm
but-
almost tempted to stick around just to fight alongside you guys again.
You're leaving? Come on, we could really use you in this fight.
I I can't give up on O. Even though her trail's dead, she's out there somewhere and she may need my help. Although, CT may be my best and only lead to where to go next. She says she has no information about Ophelia. But maybe if we spend more time together, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I also don't want to be a burden on you guys.
You won't be a burden.
What do you remember of your friend Ophelia?
When the school shut down, O and I were separated. They sent me to a justice academy in the Heartlands to become a good little soldier boy. Maybe she was shipped to another school. If they knew about her abilities, we were both careful. We never told the custodians about what we could do or use words in front of them. They thought we were both failed experiments like most of the other kids. To be honest, all I had to go on was our old school. I have no idea where to go next. At least I found the doll and CT, your caretaker unit. That's more than I had before, I guess. Thank you, Ziggy.
Seems like you have a complicated history with the writers.
You could say that. Patsy and I were together for a few months, and I thought we were just having fun. When I got a solid lead on the location of my old school, I just left with Patsy's old bike. I thought she'd be cool with it. I understand now how that hurt her. And she wanted more, and I broke her heart. I honestly wouldn't mind going back once I found O. Not to be with Patsy. I don't think we're a good match, but to be a Horn Rider again. I enjoyed it. They're good people. Maybe I can even stop them from assaulting innocent travelers.
Do you know how you got your Vox? Your word powers?
Sort of. I was so young. They put me in the whispering room for hours and hours. They did that to all of us, over and over again. And then they asked us to say stuff, to see if we were shoutmen or deviants, anomals. O was the one who realized I could make people believe anything I told them. And she told me to hide it, pretend I couldn't, to stop them from sending me away. There were kids who didn't hide it, and they just vanished.
Do you really believe all that stuff about the asphalt god?
Pax, come on, seriously?
I do. It wasn't bullshit. The story I told earlier, Bitu Man did appear to me. He did save my life. Like I said, I tell no lies.
Okay.
So, that toy from your old room, it looks a whole lot like your conjuring of the asphalt god.
That's why I joined the Riders. My vision of the tar dude looked almost exactly like the doll O made for me. The tar dude brought me to them. Same way he brought me to you. He'll lead me to Ophelia, I'm sure of it.
I picked this up in Liberty.
That's cute. What is it?
Jane of the Void. Some of the women in Liberty, I mean, most of them, but not moms, because they were Catholic. Well, at least Rosa was. Not so much Annie, but... Okay, but the women, right? They'd worship... worship is the wrong word. It's more like commune with...
Whoa! Slow down, Z. You lost me. Liberty, moms, what women?
Jeez, yeah, it's a lot. You know what? I'll tell you later. So, we grew up in this place called Liberty, and recently people there, all women, by the way, began praying to Jane of the Void. She's a deity who protects rural communities, kind of like your Bitterman. They built this giant effigy, and they'd leave offerings in the forest, and there were daily prayers. Anyway, this is her, Jane of the Void. Or at least an effigy of her made for children. Thank you, Pax. This is actually meaningful to me.
Cool. Maybe your Jane hangs out with my tar dude.
How did it feel to meet the caretaker again?
You know, I'd completely forgotten about her until I saw her today. Remember, I was just a little kid. Like, CT was always nice to me. I remember that. She was programmed to care for us. I don't blame her for anything that happened. Maybe it was a bit unsettling to suddenly see her again. But no more than being back in that place. And maybe CT knows something that can lead me to O.
I'm going to stretch my legs, but thanks for the chat, Eli. It was illuminating.
Look, my sister's just happy to have found someone who can kick ass in a fight. I don't blame her.
And I do hope you choose to stick around.
Thank you, ma'am.
I went through a phase where I thought moms were robots.
And were they?
Well, technically it's never been disproved, so...
Since my parents basically
Check out
were
the stars. Sorry, I was in my own head.
Do you believe there's intelligent life out there?
I don't believe there's intelligent life here. Speaking of, did you notice something off with Sai? Getting odd vibes is what I'm saying.
I'm sure it's nothing. But let me know if you see or sense anything. I want to nip things in the bud before they blow up.
Prime bud-nipping time. I'm sure it's fine. Anyone would be stressed out after a day like this. Well, my day was pretty dull. I slept late and then was held hostage by a bunch of surprisingly polite post-apocalypse cosplayers. You had a whole big adventure. You even caught yourself a cutie. I'm not keen on new faces, but it's nice to have someone a little less jaded around.
Cutie, huh? You don't seriously think I'm looking to...
No. No, you don't stand a chance. The new sexy is remarkably cheerful for someone who spent their formative years in justice chains. I thought my origin story was bad. Caught up in the broadcast while vacationing with my parents, but his is worse. Do you believe justice is breeding their own anomal army? If they are creating their own super soldiers, it's devastatingly ironic.
If Justice was able to manufacture anomals, wouldn't we have heard about it?
So the newbie's an anomaly. They succeeded with him, but no one else. I find that a bit hard to swallow. Our boy's got words, and he was not alive during the broadcast. Something went on in that place, Pax. And I don't believe it ended with Eli. The stars really are spectacular out here. I don't think I've ever seen them like this. Makes me miss city life a lot less. When I go back home, I'll miss this. I don't think Hong Kong's got any property with stargazing opportunities. Anyway, feel free to leave. Why do you put distance between us?
What, now? I was just...
Not just now. I feel like you're building a wall. I don't know how I feel about things. But I'm here. I'm your friend and I want to help. So please, let me help you. Or at least, talk to me.
It's lonely leading this mission.
Are you kidding me? Lonely? Look around, woman. Sai's your best friend, despite the mental shifts she appears to be going through. Theo's right by your side, bossing like nobody's bossness. And it looks like you finally squared things with little sis, even though she's as hard-headed and pragmatic as ever. Let's not forget about Robot Jesus, the new hotness, and also... Oh, hey, hi, hello. Yeah, right here. Alone. I don't fucking think so, babe. As I was saying. Anyway, feel free to leave. I'm sure others would appreciate a moment of your time.
dinner is ready.
So, Eli's staying.
For the time being, seeing as I have no idea where O may be. I figured I'd go with you and see where the road takes me.
Hey, caretaker? The caretaker? Or,
Technically, it's the caretaker. But it's a title I shared with 17 other units, so I'm not precious about it.
Caretaker, comma, the.
Huh?
please, call me the Mr. Caretaker is my father.
You guys really like your own jokes.
Yeah, and it never ends, and Theo understands about a third of them, maybe?
A third is generous. I think I understand less as time goes on.
You gotta read on us real quick, Z.
To be fair, we're pretty easy to read.
Annie,
We chase the ghosts in the mean machine. This town's in a ghost town state. There are ghosts out walking late. We're all ghosts between time and reason, tracking echoes from another season.
Anyway, the caretaker, I've got questions. Do you know Henry and Betty? Mary and Mikey? What's the lore? What's your deal, huh?
I'm sorry, but Justice didn't give us bespoke backstories like the ones Henry and Betty.
What are you doing?
Oh, waking you up? Wake up.
Did you do something to my face? Feels weird.
No.
Pax, come on!
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to come get you. You're wanted.
Okay.
Finally! Oh. Interesting.
Huh.
What?
Well, nothing. Just, nothing. Come on, let's go inside!
Why all the excitement? It's just a diner.
Hey! It's not just a diner, it's the diner.
I need to make a call. And it's lunchtime. Everyone should eat.
What's the big deal?
Betty's Diner? There could be an actual Betty in there! Ah, I give up. You guys have no appreciation for pop culture. Isn't this a beautiful sight?
It's wonderfully kitsch.
Unsure if you're making fun
You know
of
what?
me
We
or
can
not.
probably fit your bike in the cargo hold.
Never.
Or mount it to the back of a bus.
Why would I want that?
To hang out inside.
But I like riding
Just
my
taking
bike.
a moment to myself.
There
To my
you are.
hair,
Here I
tarmac beneath
am.
my feet.
Not joining the
It's
party?
amazing.
I'm having a me party.
I'm just saying, you know, in case you get tired
Being on that
of
bus for
riding by
days on
yourself.
end with no privacy has had an adverse effect on my mental
Have room
health.
for passengers?
I think they're ready to order lunch.
My appetite's at an all-time low.
Anything I should be worried about?
Sitting still all day doesn't help. But sure, lead the way. Let's not keep the starving peasants waiting.
You guys aren't hungry?
Always.
Never.
Seriously, never?
Well, if I use my vocals, the trembling consumes a ton of energy and feuds fuel. Foods fuel.
Fuel?
Yeah, I've lived my whole life in a commune where everyone took turns cooking, and it was all terrible. So, wouldn't know a good meal if it hit me in the face. Yeah.
Well, you've come to the right place. Betty's is paradise.
This is amazing!
So this is a diner.
Only the quintessential American diner. Home to...
Good morning. Welcome to Betty's Diner.
I love you, Betty.
Thanks, hun. I'm Betty. Please feel free to pick any table. I'll step by with menus soon as you're seated.
Thanks, Betty.
You're welcome, sweets.
This table's perfect.
It's right by the window. Anyone can see us.
Let me have this, please. Perfect seat. Say hello to my perfect butt.
I need to make a phone call.
Should we order for you?
What do people order in diners?
Cheeseburger and fries.
Triple-decker club sandwich.
A tall stack of blueberry pancakes.
All-day breakfast.
Mac and cheese.
Ay, this country is insane. I usually have a salad for lunch.
You know what? We'll just get you a salad.
Much appreciated.
Except this salad will be loaded with bacon bits and croutons and ranch dressing.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing. What? I don't eat bacon, so I should at least get to order it vicariously through others.
I didn't say anything, okay? You done killing yourself with your toxic Republic smokes?
Trying my best. Once we leave this country, I may never get to smoke real tobacco again.
I have Eli's rider mates to thank for these. Should keep me going for a couple of days, at least.
They don't smoke outside the Republic?
It's illegal. At least in Pacifica and Europe.
In most of the civilized world. There are flavored steam pans, but nothing with tobacco.
Huh. I don't really know anything about the world outside. It wasn't part of the curriculum.
Huh, what did you study?
The history of the Republic and justice, mostly law, ethics. I know tons of trivia about the president, and JFK, and Mrs. Kennedy.
That's all?
Lots of physical education, martial arts, combat strategies, team sports, that sort of thing.
Okay, folks, drinks?
I'll have a big glass of Betty's Cola from the fountain.
Iced
Iced
tea.
tea.
Oh, you two are a perfect match. Do I sense love in the air?
Jesus.
Who knows?
No.
Miss?
Pax, what are you having?
Water. Just water.
All right, hun.
The gentleman who left the table will have a pink lemonade with extra syrup. And whipped cream.
Lemonade doesn't usually come with whipped cream.
It does today.
Coffee. Caffeinated. Cream, no sugar. Thanks.
All righty. I'll get your drinks and come back for your lunch orders.
Yeah, so... Oh, and I was part of the theater group.
I need the toilet.
Tummy trouble?
Just relishing the thought of using a real toilet again.
Yeah, I hear you, girl.
Okay, so... Oh, and I was part of the theater group. We put on a play every year. The Birth of Justice. I played JFK once.
Oh my god, I would have paid good money to see that.
What's that? Yes, I'll hold. Yes, I won't hang up. Yes, I'll stay. Sorry? Mexico. Mexico. Correct. Collect call. I already spoke to the other. Theo. Thank you. Hola, Beatriz. Soy Theo. No puedo hablar mucho. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo están los niños? No puedo decirlo, pero estoy a salvo y estoy en camino. Solo 3 semanas. Prometo. Por favor, manténgase a salvo hasta entonces. Tengo que irme. Por favor, saluda a los niños. Te amo. Nos vemos pronto.
Oh my god, I would have paid good money to see that.
Right now? Amazing. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, that's wonderful, sweetie. Are you ready to order?
I'll have the golden breakfast. Scrambled, no fries, white bread, lightly toasted. Oh, and a glass of Chardonnay.
Well, you
We do not want to lose this kid.
Me? The, classic cheeseburger with extra. Oh my god, it's amazing. And the messy fries? Extra messy.
sounds like you were well prepared. How about you, Tony?
I love
Well, you're a very polite little fella. We do have pancakes. Short stuffing, called blueberry banana, chocolate or plain, with or without bacon.
I do love you.
We don't usually see this many people in here at lunchtime.
Or anytime. Not a lot of traffic out here.
You folks should try the cupcakes. Best in the state.
Check it out.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Do you have a moment?
Afternoon, ma'am.
Do you have a moment?
Where are you from? Ma'am.
It's not a difficult question.
I'm from the Republic.
Whereabouts? Ma'am.
Small town, Oregon, south of Eugene.
Country girl, huh?
So what are you doing here with these Pacificans?
We're a band, touring the provinces.
So what are you, the groupie?
The groupie? No. Lead singer.
Where'd you play last? Anywhere we might know? I don't think there are any big venues in the provinces.
Definitely a dearth of big venues out here.
Bar Winnemucca?
Never heard of it. And we're in Winnemucca all the time.
Didn't the swarthy fellow say it was Pete's Pool Hall? Where's Bar Winnemucca?
No, yeah. Pete's Pool Hall is right. I got the names mixed up.
I see. We're actually out here because there's been reports of deviant activity.
Deviants associating with anarchists and biker gangs.
Those animals burned down a service station near Elko. So we're patrolling and checking with travelers if they've seen anything suspicious on the road.
Like deviant mind tricks?
Or maybe just something that didn't look right. People who didn't look right.
Come to think of it, yeah. We saw bikers back in Nevada. At a service station near Elko. We didn't stop. It looked like they were up to no good.
Elko, huh? Yeah, that's biker territory. We try not to pass through there.
They're super scary.
That's not... We're justice officers. We're not afraid of bikers. But when you're 2 against 20.
We
You...
wouldn't last a minute.
Well, hold on now. We lasted.
Rather bikers than deviants, though.
She's right. You don't want to bump into any of those people.
They're monsters. I
Anyway.
heard their babies come out wrong.
Wrong?
Damaged. Born without faces, missing limbs and shit.
Ugh, that can't be right.
Why not?
I was sure they were sterile.
He has no respect for you. The man just insulted you in front of civilians. Are you going to let that pass?
She's right. You always try to assert yourself around me. And your mansplaining is really starting to piss me off.
What are you talking about? All I do is keep you from making a fool of yourself. You should be thanking me.
Oh, I'm the fool? Me? You think that? Who's the fucking fool now, bitch?
You want to do this?
Don't fucking try me.
Oh, I will try you.
Oh my god! Are they?
Justice weapons are technically non-lethal at long range. At short
excuse me.
range, they'll definitely have some regrets when they wake up in a couple hours. And probably also some internal bleeding.
I'm sorry.
Jeez. This is a code red incident. I gotta contact the authorities immediately.
Wait!
Code red?
You're blocking my
What is
way.
that?
It means more justices. A lot more.
Hey, Betty?
Can I get past?
We want to order more food. The customer always comes first, right?
Do something.
Oh, sure, of course. What do you need, Toots?
Betty, there's really no good way to ask this, but more officers are going to show up and ask about what happened. And they can't know we were here.
Oh, hun. It sounds like you're in a real pickle, huh? I'm sorry, but I can't lie to those officers. It's against my programming. And even if I could lie, they'd still be able to search my memories. However, if I run a self-destruct program, my data will be completely wiped. Would you like me to do that instead?
You'll have to self-destruct, Betty. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize, hun. It's no bother at all. Just give me 1 second here and I'll just... Oh!
We were completely unprepared back there. If they grilled us on our cover story... Those officers shooting each other wasn't exactly my preferred outcome. And God knows what that will lead to. We can't keep relying on luck to get us through this, Pax. We need everyone up to speed on our cover story, including Eli and your sister. If we get questioned again, our answers need to match. I know I'm supposed to be the one to coordinate with everyone, but it's getting to be a bit overwhelming, being their boss. I was hoping you could have a chat with the crew. This is me, delegating.
I'll talk to them.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking point.
Hello, Pax.
Did anyone update you about what happened in the diner?
I have a hard-coded distaste for violence, and I can't help but wonder if those officers will be okay. But at least it was non-lethal weaponry, according to Eli. I was also told that you asked the Betty to deactivate herself permanently. I'm not sure how I feel about that, Pax. It was voluntary, I know, but still.
I think Theo's upset with us.
Yeah, okay, but yesterday...
We need to talk.
Whoa, okay. Why are you using your mom's voice on us?
Are we in trouble? I don't want to be in trouble.
I'll protect you from my sister's wrath.
You're not in trouble, but we need to get you on board with the cover story.
You know what? We'd already be on board if you'd actually told us about this cover story.
I thought we had, but I realized you didn't have the full story. The band is our cover. We're on a cultural exchange visa. That's how we get through checkpoints. The Dustborn has an upcoming show in Colorado on the 18th. If we don't show for the book gigs, the visa could get canceled. For now, you guys will have to pose as roadies. But if we ever need another drummer, Z...
See? That wasn't hard. You should have told us this from the start. Yeah, okay, but yesterday we lost Gnome and the bus. We were chased by riders. Half the crew was held hostage. They weren't half this rattled, so I don't...
I mean, the riders are fun and...
Wanna chat?
Oh. Hey. Just thinking about... stuff. Feel free to take a seat, even though I'm not in a chatty mood.
I mean, the riders are fun antagonists. They have big hearts and colorful...
No one's tailing us, if that's what you're worried about.
Is it that obvious?
It doesn't take a genius, but you can relax now. Breathe in, breathe out, repeat.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks.
How's it going?
Feeling anxious about what just happened, hoping we'll get away with it, fearing it'll come back to bite us. You know, the usual.
So that was a Betty's diner.
I mean, maybe it wasn't the optimal Betty's experience. At least I can cross Betty off my bucket list. But hopefully, we'll get another chance before we leave the Republic.
I mean, the riders are fun antagonists. They have big hearts and colorful costumes. With Justice, you actually have to worry.
It's a good point, but I still think they're exaggerating this. I mean, we've fought Justice before. It was fine. Whatever. And the cops shot each other. I'm sorry, what do we have to worry about?
Yeah, okay, but I'm the new guy, and I'm not family like you.
You think that helps me? Dude,
Hey, Pax!
We're waiting on you.
Care to join us?
It's locked. Strange. Lottie knows we're coming.
who's Lottie?
The librarian. She's been with the Weave since the beginning. I hope nothing's happened to her.
When did a locked door ever stop us? I mean, except for the last time we met a locked door.
Remind me again what we're doing here?
We have to drop off supplies for the library, and we need documents to cross the Rockies into the Heartland.
What about Eli? And me? But we don't have passports or just ID?
Lottie might be able to put something...
Is he bothering you?
Cat is bonded to me. I was the first thing he saw when he woke up.
Is that a thing with robots?
Oh no, just this particular model. They quickly realized their terrible mistake.
Lottie might be able to put something together. Worst case, you both hide in the secret compartment when we pass through the checkpoint.
We have a secret compartment?
We do.
Why did no one tell me about the secret?
No. Got $1 to spare?
I haven't carried cash for decades. I don't even know what a Republic dollar looks like.
As I was saying, why did no one tell me about the secret compartment?
What were you planning to do with it, Sai? Sleep in there?
Maybe.
Any ideas, Theo?
We'll just wait. Maybe Lottie got the time wrong.
Once again, the last time we passed a check...
Hello?
Can I go on? The last time we passed a checkpoint, there was music...
Give it a good yank.
I yanked it good. It's locked.
Can't we just go around the front?
The front faces the highway, and we pass several Legion patrols driving in. Lottie's supposed to meet us at this entrance.
Let me start over. The last time we passed a checkpoint, there was music involved.
Sai?
It's a big metal door, Pax. I don't think I can punch a hole in that.
Maybe it's flimsier than you think?
Fine. Step aside. Let's fucking do this. Okay, no.
Something came loose.
You uncovered a keypad. That's not nothing.
Yay me.
Yeah, picking up from before. Music?
We've got a keypad.
Very observant.
Less sarcasm, more assistance?
Okay. Good job, Pax.
Thank you.
As I was saying, music?
We had to play an impromptu gig for the border guards.
You did?
Hey, no.
No.
Are you really not gonna help?
Look, we both know I'm completely useless at this sort of thing. So let me just sit here and read while the grown-ups figure it out.
Yeah, so... You did? That's amazing. How'd it go?
Don't ask.
Thoughts about this keypad?
It doesn't have power, so it can't unlock the door.
Moving on? Don't ask.
Well, let's hope that won't be necessary at the next checkpoint.
It was preferable to an interrogation.
Ziggy, give me a hand?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I'm not the electrical engineer in the family.
Well, without power, there's not much I can do. It's deadlocked.
As I was saying, it was preferable to an interrogation.
Speak for yourself.
These elites engaging in ritual.
Whoa!
What was that?
Oh, it's just Pax popping another one for echoes. You'll get used to it.
We've got ourselves a dead robot.
We prefer decommissioned.
Sorry.
What if your librarian has left the...
Maybe we can pick this apart and use bits of it?
So, like I was saying, what if your librarian...
Theo, can you bring this machine back to life?
What do you think I do?
Hacking? You're a hacker? You hack?
Even if that were true, do you know what hacking means?
It's like black magic, except with machines?
Sure, but no, I can't bring the machine back to life.
Anyway, so...
What if anything useful we can salvage from this, corpse?
Maybe. Yeah, actually... I think so. A dead robot is a scavenger's loot box. It had a small power source, so I can't vouch for how well it works. But these things were designed to last decades, so I'm gonna hook it up to the keypad. Actually, yeah, I could wire it up to the battery I got from the Dobot.
Dobot?
Yeah, Dobot. Dead robot. How old are you, Pax? Okay, we've got power. I cannot guarantee this won't fry the circuitry or the batteries won't flatline, so whatever you're doing, please do it fast.
What if your librarian has left the building? Gone to greener pastures?
We were in touch with her only a few days ago.
A lot can happen in a few days.
It doesn't look like justice has been here. I don't know why Lottie would just leave.
Hey, CT, this thing's probably a distant cousin of yours, isn't it?
Rude.
It's a compatible model. Cousin isn't completely wrong.
Do you think you can extract any data from his brain? Maybe something that can help us get in?
If the solid-state memory is still intact after all these years, I should be able to rummage around.
As long as you're comfortable with it.
It's just a shell, Ziggy. I don't mind. Excuse me. There wasn't much in there. This robot's only function was offloading trucks, but I found the access code to the door. Humans are very predictable. The code is 1234.
Where was I? Oh. It doesn't look like justice has been here. Like I said, it doesn't look like justice has been here. I don't know why Lottie would just leave.
She might have forgotten we're coming. Or maybe she's on the toilet.
If that's the case, she's been on the toilet a long time.
When you got...
This is weird, right? Am I the only one who thinks this is weird?
It's abandoned. How else would Lottie operate a library here?
It's not just that, it's weird.
Stay away. If we catch rabies, it puts our entire mission at stake.
Rabies.
I don't want rabies.
Relax. It's clearly a pet. It's even wearing a cute little crop top.
Pets can have rabies.
Scram! Shoot! Get out of here!
Move! Hey, what are you doing to the poor thing?
Sai, could you, remove this thing?
Remove it? How? By kicking it?
What's up with all this violence against cute little animals? It's wearing a shirt, people!
still.
Come on, Pax. It's a beautiful woodland creature.
You're dog food.
Seriously, what's wrong with you?
They're coming for you.
You're the worst, Pax.
Ever see that movie about the horse whisperer gnome?
They made a film about a horse whisperer. Did they catch a bad cold or something?
That sounds interesting. What's it called?
Never mind. Gnome, can you calm this little monster down?
You mean with my voice? I can try.
Ah, wait, now I get it. The horse whisperer.
I guess it depends on how clever this critter is.
As I was saying.
Hey, little buddy. How you doing? Okay, you're angry. I get that. Us invading your space and all. But you know, we come in peace. I think I've got something to snack on. How do you feel about nutritional bars? It has nuts. There you go, little buddy. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
As much as I appreciate your theories, I find it very unlikely that she'd just leave us standing out here.
How well do you know this person?
I don't. We've never met. I've only exchanged a few messages through the weave. But Luna said she's highly trustworthy and dedicated to the cause.
I'll explain it to you later. It's a computer network.
You know, never used it.
You haven't missed much, kid.
Pax! You have to see this! Is that... That's a living person, right? Only they're standing very still.
Hello, Lottie! Can you hear us?
I think I saw them blink.
Maybe it's just a mannequin.
I'm not one to body shame, but would anyone make a mannequin that looked like that?
We're friends of the weave.
Move!
I wasn't sure who you were, so I decided to disguise myself as a statue.
What?
Cover your eyes.
You made it vibrate.
Smash this window, Si?
And sever a major artery? Hell no.
Could you phase her through the glass?
Yeah, maybe, but she's just as likely to become embedded halfway through, and I don't think any of us want to experience that.
Theo?
Lottie, I'm Theo. This is the crew. I know Luna told you we were coming. Would you mind opening the door?
Can't. Power went out and there's no way to manually open this door. Maybe you can bring the juice back?
Juice?
Juice, electricity. My furry boy can show you to the fuse box.
Your furry boy?
Mr. President, juice box, go, go, go.
Where are you going, little dude? That looks like a power switch. Did you trip that thing? Can you untrip it? Why am I talking to a raccoon? Jesus Christ.
What was that, Pax?
I'm not cursing, I'm stating a fact.
He's a good-looking man.
I don't think the real Jesus was this particular shade of pasty white.
Probably not. But do you think he was this big?
No.
Good boy, Mr. President. He got jealous of me spending too much time in here with my shows, so he tripped the fuse. It's not the first time. Bad boy, Mr. President.
I have so many questions.
I like questions. I don't get many questions these days. Oh, and welcome to my library. I suppose I owe you fine folks some travel papers.
How did the raccoon get a name like that?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
How do you think he got his name?
He loves giving long, boring speeches.
He was elected by popular vote 30 years ago and refuses to relinquish his power?
Yes and yes. I'll have your papers ready for you before I head to bed at 7 o'clock on the dot. You can stay up, but no loud noises or Mr. President won't be happy. I sleep like a stone. Nothing wakes me.
Oh, lady, I love you.
I'll have to think about that.
This box is for taking pictures?
Hey!
Oh, speaking of pictures, I just learned that Pax went to prom and there were photos. Unfortunately, she burnt them all.
Oh, that's a shame. I would have loved to see them. I don't have any prom pictures either.
You went to prom?
No. What is prom?
Hey, let's all of us give this photo booth a go.
That's a great idea. Group picture. Anyone have $1?
Fine, I guess.
This is nice. Love your photo booth faces, Pax. This is my first picture ever. I'm going to treasure this.
It's nice, I guess.
Did you guys visit the arcade yet?
What's an arcade?
Eli! Christ's sake, man, you're like, oh my god, you're like a fucking Martian. What do you mean? That... Okay, that's... I thought an arcade would have, like, 2 arcade machines. I never imagined this.
I'm super excited, and I've never even touched an arcade machine.
Well, today's the day for firsts, Eli. You're a virgin no longer. Hey, that was... I'm so sorry. It was not cool. It was totally uncalled for. I don't know what I was thinking. Eli? Hello? Hello?
What are you trying to tell him, Z?
Shut up, Pax.
What was that?
Nothing. My sister is being a real dick.
Hey, do you think these machines still work?
Looks like it. Hey, who wants to get their ass kicked? Eli?
I'd love to play, but maybe Pax wants to go first.
Eli, you're up.
Oh, man. So, how does this work?
You'll get it once we start playing, but I will destroy you.
Damn, this is fun, but how are you even doing that?
Raw talent, technical mastery, years of practice. Oh!
So I guess that was just pure luck?
Yeah, pure luck. Stop talking, I'm trying to focus.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Woo! Years of practice paying off.
You're good.
She had nothing better to do the last 16 years.
You know what? That's enough. For now, we can come back later tonight, Eli.
That was fun. Arcade machines, photo booths. Malls are pretty great.
You know what? They are. I mean, this is my first time in a mall, but...
Hey, is that Theo down there? What's he doing?
Meditating, maybe?
Maybe he's just resting.
Looks like he's praying. I should probably check up on him.
Maybe he wants to be left alone.
You know, I mean, this would be a great opportunity to mess with dear leader.
What do you mean?
I don't know, use your Vox to create a little illusion. Give the boss man a good scare.
But why?
Well, because it's funny. And because he needs to lighten up a bit. He's always so serious. He'll laugh about it afterwards.
Go for it, Eli. Theo could use a little spice in his life.
Is that good enough for you, Eli? If little Miss Buzzkill thinks it's okay?
Okay, sure. Let's see. The asphalt god rises.
What? Help me, Jesus.
Oh no, now I feel terrible.
Eli, why did you do that?
He's mad.
Of course he's mad. Come on, let's make ourselves scarce.
That was not funny.
How are you making the ball go faster?
It's all about velocity and angles.
I think I'm gonna need a little more guidance than that.
Engaging in ritual. Sacrificing drinking their
Hail Mary, full of,
Hey.
What the hell was that all about? And now I'm swearing in a chapel. That's great.
Z wanted Eli to prank you. I should have shut it down, but instead, I encouraged it.
Okay. I appreciate the honesty, but I'm disappointed you took part in this. I wish you and the others would take this more seriously after what happened at the diner today. And now Eli's using his powers in a public place. What if someone's got eyes on the building? I need you to help keep the crew safe. And this is not the way to do it.
You're right. I messed up. We all did.
Thanks for saying that, Pax. I came in here because I was worried, losing confidence. Feeling like I was the only one trying to stay on top of everything. But thanks for having my back, even when it seems ridiculous. I'll be out of here in a minute, okay?
Hey, Pax, can you give me a hand? Or an eye?
Did you have to carry all the boxes?
Yes. Just do me a favor and guide me to the library upstairs. I honestly can't see shit.
This way.
Okay.
Just follow my voice.
Got ya.
You've got this.
Shut up.
Over here.
Coming.
Marco.
Polo.
This way.
Okay.
Just follow my voice.
Got ya.
You've got this.
Shut up.
Over here.
Come in.
We're here.
Ew. I'm just gonna drop these boxes off. Don't go anywhere. Wait up! I can't just leave without checking this place out.
Find anything good?
Nah, it's mostly mainstream crap and justice propaganda from the 1990s. Can we be real for a minute? By now, someone must have found those justices in the diner. Or best case, they walked out of there. Even if they don't report it, they know something happened. Is this all worth it? First we ran from the Puritans, now we might be running from justice. What's our end game? Say we get to Nova Scotia in one piece. What's next? Do we all ride into the sunset and live our best lives?
I'm as uncertain as you are, actually. You know we couldn't pass on this job. The benefits outweighed the risks, but we've kept our options open. We decide what happens when it's over. I don't know how this ends yet, Sai. Or even where it ends.
Well, that's comforting. Forget I asked. These shelves have been picked over a few too many times, but I found one gem for you. Let's see what everyone's up to. Figure out how our Lord Jesus got supersized. Try to befriend Mr. President. Although, obviously, Gnome has a head start with the fuzzball. Stupid fucking soothing box.
Come on! Give me my facts.
Proverbs 31:6. Give strong drink to the one who is perishing, and wine to those in bitter distress.
You deserve a good kicking.
What are you up to?
Just picking up some stale cancer sticks. And trying to pretend Mega Jesus isn't watching my every move. I knew New Jerusalem was special, but I like my capitalism and religion a bit more segregated. Anyway, where have you been?
Exploring the ruins of a lost civilization of carefree, devoutly religious credit card-carrying shoppers.
I knew you were a closeted mole rat. Did you... Oh. Oh, hi, little buddy.
You made a friend.
Animals love me, babe. I'll buy him some crisps.
Planning to poison him?
I would never. Besides, those things last forever. And now I'm out of change. Farewell, sweet fags.
You're such an idiot.
Yes, I believe you're right. I could pull off one of those hats.
You speak raccoon now?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I just find it helpful to sometimes pretend to have a conversation with things. People, woodland creatures. I was looking at these hats. I don't want to sound greedy. I already have the one hat, but it was the hat I was given, not one I'd chosen. What if there's another hat for me? What if I'm more of a Stetson kind of robot? Then again, why am I asking myself to choose one hat to express myself? Maybe I should wear several hats, or none. Or maybe it takes time to find the right hat. What do you think? Should I try them on? The door's locked, but surely we could find a way in. Doors tend to open in your presence.
Let's do it. And I'm sure someone can help us get through that door. Theo? Give us a hand?
What's going on?
We need to get into this hat store.
Why?
And don't ask why. CT needs a hat. It's vitally important.
Far be it from me to get between a robot and their hats. There you go.
Thank you. Theo, do you want to help me pick out a hat? I would appreciate a second opinion.
No one's ever asked me for fashion advice, but I'm at your service. So, what kind of hat would work for a caretaker unit?
I'm not sure what that even means, but it's a good question. resemble. A traditional nanny, right? So what would a nanny wear?
Don't worry about what you should wear. Think about what you want to wear.
Well, I'm at a loss. Pax, would you do me a favor and pick one you think might suit me? Does this one suit me?
Try another one.
How about this one?
Try another one.
This one, perhaps?
Try another one.
Does this one suit me?
Try another one.
How about this one?
I think this is the one for you. Very stylish.
Really? Then this is the hat for me.
I love it. I should be getting back to our host now, though. Excuse me.
Yes, I'm happy with my choice. This hat is me.
Do you need to get back to dinner?
Goodness me, you're right. Dinner must be just about ready. I'll let everyone know. Dinner's served, everyone. Please come to the food court.
Leviticus 20:15. If a man lies with an animal, he shall surely be put to death, and you shall kill the animal.
I repeat, dinner is ready. Dinner's served, everyone. Please come to the food court. Theo and the librarian appear to have not heard my call. Would you mind letting them know dinner's ready? Last I saw, they were still in the security office. Pardon me.
I think we made the right choice back in the diner, but Theo's right. It did feel a close call. I don't know. We keep going fast enough. Soon, all of this will be behind us for good. Sai's praying. Theo's in the chapel. This is Mormon territory. And the Good Shepherd made a surprise cameo. Is the universe trying to tell us something? I don't know, kid. Comes down to it, you can only really have faith in yourself. We know where we're going and why, and what comes next. Nothing I've seen so far changes that.
Puritan hardware is a rare thing to see in the Republic.
It wasn't easy to get hold of, but I have friends in strange places. I had to do some soldering to connect it to the weave, but now I have a basic data connection with Pacifica. Dial-up speeds, unfortunately, but I can download my stories overnight.
Stories?
Hard to get good televisual entertainment in this country, and Utah has a particularly dim view of steamy drama.
Right, because of,
It's a Mormon thing. Not that the Mormon Guard are monitoring our media consumption, but we mostly get national broadcasts and homebrew televangelism.
I take it you're not a fan of the Mormon hegemony here.
Oh, I am Mormon, all right. But hegemony and I have never gotten along. All I need is my illicit Pacifican TV shows and my furry lad to keep me sane.
Yeah, sanity's important.
Sorry for interrupting, but dinner's ready.
Already?
Time moves differently in here. Catches visitors by surprise.
That's interesting.
Hey, is that Pacifica tech?
Top of the line. I have a guy who has a guy who knows a girl who knows someone who gets me what I need. Not only that, these machines are Puritan grade. Straight from the heart of purity via a girl and a girl and a guy and...
Theo, Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Modern hardware with proprietary P-grade ports.
Our employers have been extremely clear. We just carry the cargo. We don't do anything else with it.
I get that, but we're on our own in enemy territory, and now there's an opportunity
Did you
to—
say dinner's ready? Let's go. I'm starving.
I eat mostly canned beans, but I'm curious to see what your cook's cooking up. You lock the door. You can never be too careful. It's mostly to keep my precious boy out of the room. He's a sneaky little fella.
Okay, my dining standards might have been warped by the menu in Liberty, but doesn't this taste a little burnt?
I am so sorry, everyone. I got distracted picking out a new hat.
Since we had to skip lunch, I'm too hungry to notice anything. Keep killing it, CT.
Thank you for making dinner for everyone, CT.
You're welcome. Why do you all call me CT instead of the caretaker?
That's what we called you in school. It stuck.
Oh. I guess we haven't asked you what you want to be called.
Really? That's remarkably shitty of us.
You can be anyone you want to be, love. How about Mary Poppins?
No, inappropriate.
Is it? The quintessential British nanny seems like a perfect fit to me.
I was thinking Viola, for now. I once read William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night to the children at the facility. They did not enjoy it, but I did, and I liked the name Viola. It suits me. A feminine name, suitable for my original programming and voice.
That's fine. My furry boy and me should be retiring for the night anyway.
Right. Time for me to settle down for the night. Maybe do some knitting.
Good lord, it's almost 7. We need to head to bed, Mr. President. You know how you get.
What a day. My first Betty's Diner, a fucking mall to ourselves.
Meeting a bundle of...
You seem happy.
It doesn't take much, man. Just one day, just half a day of not having to constantly look over my shoulder, worrying about riders or justice or fucking Puritans. There's enough to be anxious about, and I'm not saying I feel light as a feather, but it's been really nice to just hang out and chill.
Right. So, meeting a bundle of furry joy.
A close call.
How are things going with the trash panda? Isn't it past his bedtime?
The what now? Don't you dare insult Mr. President. And things are going splendidly. It'll be hard to say goodbye.
This is a new side of you, Gnome.
You're telling me. I hate pets. There's just something about this little guy that melts my cold, cold heart.
Anyway, a close call with justice.
I wonder what happened to...
Who are you knitting for now?
A gentleman never knits and tells.
Can I continue? I wonder what happened to those trigger-happy officers.
Bruised ribs and egos at the very least.
I hope you don't mind sharing a bedroom with us, Eli.
Oh, I'm used to sleeping in groups. There's no privacy with the riders. Private bedrooms are used for, you know.
Hot sex?
What? No. They're used for timeouts if the younger kids are misbehaving. Hot sex happens in the sleeping halls. Everyone just pretends not to look.
Anyway, bruised ribs and ego.
Excited to be sharing a bedroom with me again, Z?
As long as you don't snore or fart, I don't miss that at all.
Oh, she still does both. Pax is toxic.
As I was saying, bruised ribs and egos at the very...
It's getting past my bedtime. See you tomorrow?
You know it.
Like I said,